I'm going to go over an extremely important training topic. How do we build a team for you of thousands or tens of thousands of IBOs? How do we get you in a position where your team is growing into other countries? Well, building a team is so important to your success. I'm going to cover it in detail right now. And by the way, the goal is for you to acquire 10,000 customers, but you want to get all those customers all by yourself? I mean, that would be a lot of work. What if you were able to build a team of 200 people, each person acquired 50 customers? How many customers is that? That's 10,000 customers. So it's a lot easier to build a team and to train the team to acquire customers than to acquire all the customers yourself. So I'm going to go over exactly how to build a team as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So let's get into the first slide. So slide number 1, look at the 4 steps in getting started. Number 1, obviously, is signing on as an IBO. Number 2 is setting up your online store and signing up your own services, getting qualified in ACN, and that includes your business assistant. Step 3 is writing down a list of everybody that you know. And step number 4 is talking to the people on that list, on your list, and inviting them to your in-home presentation. Go to the next page here. And we'll talk about in-home presentations here in a second. But you're brand new at ACN. And this training is meant for you if you are brand new. So what is your role in ACN? Is it to invite or is it to present? Really simple. And write this down. Your mission at ACN in the first few weeks is just to invite. You just get people in front of us. We will do the presenting. So new IBOs invite and the leaders present. Go to the next slide. Let the leaders do the work for you. And as you can see, what will the leaders do? The leaders are going to present for you. They're going to answer all the questions for you. They're going to sign up your contacts as IBOs and place them on your team for you. They're going to work with them and train them. We're going to assist you in signing up customers. We're going to do all of that. But you have to get good at inviting. Next slide. So what are the keys to inviting? So let's say that we're going to invite people over to your house. And this is called an in-home presentation or a home presentation. So, and by the way, that's how I got started in ACN. I simply had 16 people over to my house, and somebody from the company came down, and very informal. There was no ties allowed, and he did a presentation, and 8 people signed up from that. Those 8 turned into dozens, into hundreds, into thousands, into tens of thousands. We actually had an event we did in somebody's home in Auckland. A gentleman by the name of Brad Borneman did that presentation, an in-home presentation. 31 people showed up. Guess how many people signed up? 26. Now, how would you like to have 26 new IBOs after your first in-home meeting? I mean, that's huge. Now, don't get carried away with these big numbers. What if we just signed on 2 or 3 or 4 people off of your first in-home presentation, off of your first meeting? Well, I'm going to go over exactly how to do that. So, how do you invite people to your in-home presentation? How do you invite people, period? Well, there's 2 keys to inviting. The first is excitement. And this is huge. I want you to think about your favorite movie you've seen over the last few years. And, let's say it's Avatar. I mean, everybody likes Avatar. Let's say it was Avatar. So you came out of the movie theater, and what did you say to your friends? Now, did you need a script when you went to your friends? Reading from the script saying, I'm so excited, I saw this movie called Avatar. I mean, come on. What did you say? Naturally, you got out of the movie theater, called up your friend. Wow, I just saw the greatest movie in the world. This is one of my favorite movies ever. You have to see it. You got to see it in 3D, see it in IMAX, do whatever you can. You're naturally excited. When things excite us, then naturally we talk about these things to our friends and family members. Same thing, we invite people to take a look at this business. And let me ask you a question. Are you naturally excited about ACN? What I believe is that most people see ACN as the most exciting opportunity in business that we will ever have. And if that's truly you, all you have to do is convey that excitement. Is communication mostly verbal or nonverbal? Nonverbal. Is it mostly at the conscious level or the subconscious? It's subconscious. So excitement is so important. I don't care what you say when you invite your friends and family members over to take a look. What I do care about is that you're excited. Make sure you're conveying that excitement, excited as possible. We've got a saying, actually, that I learned way back in Texas. You want to hear it? Here it is. If you set yourself on fire, people will come from miles around just to watch you burn. And make sure that you use that principle in inviting. If you use that, everybody will want to take a look. So once again, excitement. Now, invitations need to be 3 minutes or less. And why is this? Well, let me tell you. I assume that a lot of you like pizza. So let's say you hadn't eaten in 2 weeks. And you're starved. You love pizza. And I came to you and I said, okay. And I gave you 1/2 of one slice of a piece of pizza. And you ate it really fast. What would you do? I mean, you'd say, can I have more pizza? But what if I locked the door, I went in a room with you, locked the door, and said, we're not leaving until you eat 3 of these full pizzas, large pizzas. After you finish, you would be probably sick. You wouldn't want to have any more pizza. Now, in ACN, if your invitation to people is 10 minutes, or 15 minutes, or 20 minutes, or 30 minutes, what are you doing? It's kind of like you're forcing your friends and family members to eat all of this pizza. Do not do that. The invitation is supposed to be 3 minutes or less. So when you're inviting people, the first thing you say is, hey, I'm really busy. I only have a couple minutes. I don't have too much time. So set that expectation up front. And of course, you're going to be talking to people. Let's say, we scheduled a home meeting. It's scheduled for maybe 4 days plus or minus from the time that you sign up. And you're going to be calling, and we say to get 10 people there, you invite 40, you get 20 people to say yes, 10 people actually show up. So if you're going to be talking to 40 plus people, then just make sure that you're only spending 3 minutes. Some people you're not going to talk to for 6 months or 12 months possibly, and they'll want to catch up, or good friends will want to catch up. So it's really important right off the bat you say you're really busy. So go to the next slide. Let's get into this. So let's say that you are calling a friend, and let's say your friend's name is Brad. And here's exactly what I would recommend that you say in your own words, of course, with excitement being key. You'd say, hey, Brad, hey, I only have a couple minutes now, but what are you doing 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday night? And Brad says nothing. And you say, okay, well, you're free? Not now, you're coming to my place. And so you set the level of expectation there. So number one, you were very excited when you called, and you said that you only have a couple of minutes, and you went right into when the actual meeting is going to be. So let's go into the second part here. I'm really excited. I just found a way to earn money on energy bills in Australia. I want you to take a look. And once again, put that in your own words. But that's pretty simple, isn't it? I mean, my philosophy is, who wouldn't want to make money every time 50,000 people turn on their lights or watch TV? Does that make sense? Go to the next slide.